Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Diaz from the Jose Maria Carreño University Institute of Technology, and this time I will talk about active and the passive voice. What is active and passive voice? In grammar and syntax, there is difference between two different grammatical voices when conjugating the transitive verb of the language. The active voice supposes the presence of an engaged subject, that is, of a subject that performs the action of the verb directly or actively. The passive voice presents a passive subject, that is a subject on whom the action execute then by agent complete following passive. Grammatical structure: active voice, subject plus transitive verb plus direct object. Example: the band will release their next album this afternoon. Passive voice: direct object plus verb to be plus verb in participle plus preposition by plus subject. The new album will be released by the band this afternoon. Why uses the passive voice? Allows you to speak in a more neutral way instead of using your own opinion. For example, it is said that, it is believed that, how so on. It's also important to understand the passive voice when you are reading. If you do not realize that the passive voice is being used, I can cause a problem for you to understand the next. Examples: the active voice and passive voice. Your father brought another meal. The other food was brought by your father. My dog buried bones in the garden. The bones are buried by my dog in the garden, etc., etc. Verb tenses. Sentences written in the passive voice are easier to understand than those written in the passive. See, from the passive voice, the active voice is very easy, but it does take some practice, and the equivalent casual belong. We can check that the test of to be in the passive voice is always the same as the tense of the main verb. To use the active voice, it is necessary to explain the subject that performs the action. Simple present, keep in active voice. In past voice is kept. Sentences active. I keep the butter in the breaking. On sentences passive, the butter is kept in the rate. Present continue. Is keeping is being kept. You're keeping my house tidy. My house is being kept tidy. Simple past. Kept was kept. Mary kept her shoulder meticulous. Mary's shoulder was kept meticulous. Past continue was keeping was being kept. The day was keeping. I said for you. I said was being kept for you, etc., etc. Conditional past. Will have cat. Will have been cat. I will have can you recycle. Here you had left it with me. Your recycle will have been kept here is how you had left it with me. Present infinitive to keep, to be kept. She wants to keep the book. The book wants to be kept. Perfect infinitive. To have kept, to have been kept. Judy was happy to kept the puppy. The puppy was happy to be to have been kept, etc. Passive sentence in questions. Present continuous structure. Is, are, am, plus subject, plus being, plus past participle, and interrogants. Are the apples being asked to be the children? Is the manager being instructed to the team? And being punished for them attending the class? Present perfect structure. Has or have plus subject plus being plus past participle plus interrogant. Has the new president been informed of the senior? Have have the West been served with drinks and foods? Has she been given the new data? Has the room been painted yet? And finally, how to transform one voice to another. Active voice to passive voice. Example: my grandfather planted these trees. Step 1. Identify the three elements of the sentence. Action agent: my grandfather. Verb action: planted. Direct object: receipt of the actions. These is trees. Step 2. Put the direct object in position of the subject in the sentence. Step 3. Include the verb to be in the same verb tense in which the original sentence is conjugated. In the case past simple. Note: the verb to be must coincide the person with the complement, not with the subject. In this example, although the subject is grandfather and is the third person singular, the streets are third person plural, so the verb to be is not what would weird. Under this step, the sentence looks like this: these trees were. Step 4. At the verb form the original sentence, these trees were planted. Step 5. At the preposition by, these trees were planted by. Step 6. Finally, but the action agent: those trees were planted by my grandfather. Passive voice to active voice. Example: my house was decorated by my sister. Step 1. Identify the elements of the sentence. Directive object: my house. Verb to be: was. Verb: decorative. Preposition: by. Action agent: my sister. Step 2. Remove the verb to be and the preposition: my house. Decorative: my sister. Step 3. Put the agent in the subject position of the sentence: my sister. Step 4. Include the verb: my sister decorated. Step 5. Finish with the object of the action: my sister decorated my house. Thank you for your attention.